Today I'm going to read about the book What Happening to Me Next. More about eating breakfast. Don't skip breakfast. Your body uses energy even while you're asleep and you need to replace it in the morning. A healthy breakfast stops you feeling weak and sluggish, improves your concentration, and makes you function better all around. You will have your adult teeth by the time you're about 13, and they have to last you for life. If food specks are left on them, the teeth will eventually get holes in them. You need to brush thoroughly twice a day, especially before you go to bed. Brush up and down, dislodge food from between the teeth, and learn how to floss. If you have a brace, follow your orthodontist advice. Sugary food and drinks. It's bad for all teeth, but will raw teeth with brace double quick. Ready meal versus fresh. The food is most ready. The food is the most ready meals has been altered in some way in a factory. In the processing, nutrients may have been lost, and substances such as artificial coloring and sweeteners may have been added. Some researchers think these can cause ill health, and dietitians generally recommend eating food which is as fresh and unprocessed as possible. Junk food is food that has very little or no goodness in it. Usually it contains a lot of sugar or fat or salt, and is often fattening too. Example of junk food or sugary drink: sweets, lollies, biscuits, and cakes, and salt snacks including grapes. It's hard to avoid junk completely, but just try to have healthy snacks such as fruit whenever you can. Eating disorders. Eating disorder or serious illnesses triggered by emotional problems, not by food itself. Sufferers from anorexia don't eat enough, believing they are fat when they are not. Sufferers from bulimia binge eat, then make themselves vomit for fear of getting fat. Anyone who may develop an eating disorder should tell an adult demonstrate away. It's easier to recover if any medical treatment starts early. Keep moving. Exercise makes you feel more energetic. Physically and mentally, it also helps you to sleep, reduce stress, make you look good, and help you stay at a healthy weight. It even has long-term benefits too, helping to prevent illnesses from heart disease to depression. But why how? Why now? Your body is meant to be used, so don't fall into the trap of giving up exercise at poverty. This is where the very time you need it to build up muscle, including your heart and strong bone. It's harder to do this when you're older. You might find it difficult to motivate yourself at first, but it will get easier once you notice how good you feel after exercising. How much? Okay, to get fit and stay fit, you really need to exercise for at least half an hour a day, preferably an hour. This sounds a lot, but it can include walking to school as long as you work first. At least twice a week, your exercise needs to be fairly strenuous. It should get your heart beating fast. What kind? Stamina, suppleness, and strength. These are three as you need to develop for all-round fitness. Stamina is the ability to keep doing something without getting tired. Examples sports that they good for all three as include inorganic dancing, food, ice skating, rollerblading, swimming, and tennis. But any exercise is better than none, and if there's sport you want to try, go ahead and do it. You're more likely to stick at something you enjoy. Rest and sleep. Puberty is hard work for your body and your mind. So you need time to rest and recover. While you're asleep, your body repairs itself, and your dream may help you to learn and make sense of things that have happened to you. Most 8 to 10 years old need about 10 hours sleep a night, and most 11 to 15 years old need about 9 hours. Keep clean. You need to wash a bit more now than you did when you were younger if you want to stay smelling sweet. This isn't because you get dirtier, but because you start to sweat more. Washing. You have sweat glands all over your skin, but they're more concentrated in some areas, in your armpits and around your genitals. Even if you can't always have a shower, you need to wash those bits every day to stop mouse developing, and you may need to change your clothes more often than you used to, at least your underwear and tops. Deodorants. Most deodorants amper, have an antiperspirants antiperspirants in them too. Deodorants work by stopping smell developing your sweat, and while antiperspirants actually cut down on how much you sweat, a deodorant antiperspirant is a good idea for your armpits, but it might be best not used to mm, not to use one of all the time. The chemicals they contain may be absorbed by your body, and some people think these aren't healthy. Try going without a deodorant on day and you're relaxing at home, and don't use one overnight. Front to back. Your anus is very germy, but and if the germs are spread to your vagina and urinary tube, they can cause infection. To avoid this happening, always wipe, wash, and dry your genitals from front to back. Use my soap, but no deodorants or perfume here, as they can irritate your skin badly. Normal or not. Okay. Remember that the fluid from your vagina is healthy and cleansing. There is more of it at once at some time than the other, and its color can change from clear to milky white. Is only a problem if it starts to make you itch, burn, or smell. This means you have an affection or an allergic reaction, and you need to go to the doctor. The doctor may be able to diagnose the problem from your description without examining you. from the neck up, as if things that like risk and period weren't enough to worry about. Most girls get a bit self-conscious about face too. Almost everyone has spot at some time or another, and lots of people get greasy hair, too much grease, and everyone's skin produces a kind of oil called sebum. Without it, your skin and hair would dry out. But the huge change from your hormone levels, especially in testosterone, can send sebum production out of control. Result: spot and greasy hair. Some people's hair gets so greasy they have to wash it every day. Dealing with sport. Different people swear by different sport remedies. The best thing is find out which works best for you. Different people swear by different sport remedies. The best thing to find out which works best for you. Wash your face twice a day with mild, unperfumed, or antiseptic soap. Use warm water and your bare hands. Try one of the spot from treatment you can buy from the chemist. You will feel beauty product as possible if you're in a sporty face. This includes makeup, also Medicaid concealer sticks can give good camouflage for just one or two spots. Keep your hands and nails clean and don't play with your sport. Eat a healthy diet. Many people believe that certain foods give them sport, although experts haven't found any evidence for this. If your sport's really bad, don't put up with them. Ask your pharmacist or doctor what to do. Squeezing. If problem doesn't do much harm to squeeze the odd spot, but there's a few precautions to take if you do. Wash your hand first. Use your finger, not your nails. Only squeeze blackheads or whiteheads. Nothing red or angry. Stop if nothing happened, or if clear fluid or blood comes out. Add on an antiseptic such as tea tree oil afterwards. Wash your hands again. How boys' body work. Boys have to go through lots of growing up changes. Here you can find out what happened to their bodies so that they can eventually be father. Like girls, boys are physically able to produce children much sooner than they are able to look after them. Boys' sex organ. Boys' sex organs grow larger at puberty, just like girls do, and they grow pollic hair too. The end of the penis is very sensitive, and is protected by fold or of skin called the foreskin. In some religions, boys have their foreskin cut away in a surgical operation called circumcision. A puberty sperm starting being made in the boy's two testicles in his balls. Male sex hormones, androgens, are made here too. Full-grown testicles are about the size of small plums. A boy's testicles hang outside his body behind his penis in a pouch of ringed skin called the scrotum. The temperature here is just right for sperm production. The sperm are stored in a coiled tube called the epididymis. This would be 6 meters, 20 feet long if it was raveled. sperm can get to the penis by traveling along tubes called sperm products. On the way, the sperm are mixed with fluids to make semen. One fluid, which gives the sperm energy, comes from the seminal vesicles. Another fluid from the prostate gland helps the sperm to move. Some leads the penis through a hole at the end in the same hole where urine comes out, but muscle around the bladder make sure that urine and semen never come out at the same time. Hurricane, a white creamy substance called asmertma is made under a boy's forehead skin and it helps skin line back smoothly. Boys have a wash that penis carefully a day to make sure smegma doesn't build up and get smelly or effective. Boys have worries too. Don't think that growing up is a workover for boys. They can get just as serious and embarrassed as girls do about the change they're going through. Squeaky voice. As boys grow up, their voice box large, get bigger, and this make their voice go deeper. While this is happened, a boy's voice can suddenly break into a quake while he's talking. It's only the muscles of his voice box getting out of control for a moment, but it can be very embarrassing when to shave. Getting a mustache and beard is one of the last trained to happen to boys. They can feel soft, conscious because the hair is quite soft to begin with, and it may not grow evenly, so that they have some hairless patches. Then they have to decide when to start shaving and learn how to do it without cutting themselves. Size, size, and aesthetics. Am I tall enough? Are my shoulders broad enough? I'm muscles enough, and these and worst of all, is my penis big enough? These are main aesthetics, but there's no right size or shape for boys any more than for girls. Everyone is different. Breasts. Some boys worry that they're changing sex because their breasts feel tender and swelled up. But this doesn't last long. Once their hormones set down, the breasts disappeared. For the man's penis to fit inside a woman vagina during sex, it first has to swell, get hard, and point upward. This is called an sorry. Um, this is called an erection, and it happens when extra blood flowed into the penis. Boys and boys often have erection at inconvenient moments, and it can be especially awkward if the erection wouldn't go down. While a boy is asleep, he may have what's called a wet dream, an erection, and then an orgasm. Orgasm is a moment when someone squirt ejaculates out of his penis. This is only his body getting used to it. New way of working, but it can be embarrassing to stain the sheets. Okay, I will finish this part like this. You see it? This part. This part I'm finished like a boy who look like. Mm. So I'm decided. I'm decided. Um, um, Tomorrow I will read this. Right? Bye.